When Helen Thomas began covering Washington more than 60 years ago, there were few women reporters. But that didn't stop her from pursuing a career in journalism.
I love history, and I knew this would be the place where I could always keep learning.
In 1961, during President Kennedy's administration, Thomas became one of the first women to cover the White House.
Well, it was wonderful, really, because there was great hope with the Kennedy administration. Young people were taking over, and they had great goals.
Over the last 50 years, Thomas has covered 10 U.S. presidents and has traveled with many of them on overseas trips. She says one of the most memorable trips was President Richard Nixon's historic visit to China in 1972.
Going to China on a breakthrough trip after a 20-year hiatus where we had no relations with China. Every reporter in Washington wanted to be on that trip. And so I think that the 8 days we spent there was a great eye-opener, and there was a story in everything. What the Chinese ate, how they looked, what they wore, and so forth.
She no longer goes on presidential trips, but she does attend the daily White House press briefings, where she has frequently been confrontational. Here, she wrangled with President Bush's press secretary, Dana Perino.
Because he's the commander on the ground, Helen. He's the one who is making sure that the situation is moving.
How many more people we killed?
Helen, I find it really unfortunate that you use your front row position bestowed upon you by your colleagues to make such statements.
No, hold on for a second, please. Excuse me.
Over the years, Thomas has developed a reputation for asking tough questions, as seen here during a 2006 news conference by then-President George W. Bush.
Your decision to invade Iraq has caused the deaths of thousands of Americans and Iraqis. Every reason given, publicly at least, has turned out not to be true. My question is, why did you really want to go to war?
I think your premise, and all due respect to your question and to you as a lifelong journalist, is that, I didn't want war. To assume I wanted war is just flat wrong, Helen, and all due respect.
Dee Dee Myers was President Bill Clinton's press secretary.
She was relentless, and again, it's one of the qualities I admire most about her, is that day after day, week after week, administration after administration, she's always there trying to get the facts.
Thomas acknowledges that her no-nonsense attitude has come at a price.
I think a lot of presidents have been not afraid, but they don't want to tangle with me in terms of my questions, so they're not very happy to call in on me. But I feel that we are representing the American people who don't get a chance to ask the president a question.
Thomas is almost 90 years old now, but she shows no sign of letting up. She is currently a columnist with Hearst newspapers and is the author of 5 books. While Thomas acknowledges that women have made great gains, she believes most working women still have a long way to go.
I think that every woman in professions that were basically denied to them, the man's world, they have accomplished a lot. But I think that women still have to achieve true equality at the workplace.
And she urges the journalists who sit in the White House briefing room, the famed White House press corps, to ask the tough questions.
It isn't always easy to ask a question that, will turn everybody off or make them angry. But I feel that it's a great privilege to question a president, and you shouldn't blow it.
She says presidents hate to get the tough questions, but they need to hear them. Julie Taboh, VOA News, Washington.